Hey Vince, what can you tell me about your bike?
Howdy, so this is my BMW R18 here. This is a very special bike that BMW decided to design a couple of years ago. So this pays homage to the original R35 from 1936. So BMW is famous for their boxer twins, and this carried on a lot of those styling cues from the original 1936 model. One of the more notable features here is the fishtail exhaust. Some people care for it, some people don't. I really do. And that's one of the things that they brought back when they were designing and styling this bike. So this is just like the R36. It is a really beefy, all chromed exposed drive shaft here. And this is mated to a 6-speed dry clutch transmission. And that finally leads us up to the most notable part about this bike, the engine. So this is the largest air-cooled boxer engine that BMW has ever made. It's exactly 802 cc's, or 109 cubic inches. So just like an aircraft engine, it is all air-cooled and it has 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So it's just like a 0360 lopped in half. Now, they do give you an oil cooler down here, thermostatically controlled, which gives you a little bit of ability to exert some control over your temperature. But one of the most amazing engineering feats about this engine is it is Euro 5 emissions compliant. So it doesn't have a cable throttle, you won't hear any click. It is all digital. Harley and a lot of other brands have had to pull their bikes from the European market since it's really difficult to make an air-cooled engine pass modern emissions. But BMW, in their effort to remain true to their roots and true to the original R35, they put in the extra effort to make this completely air-cooled engine pass emissions without adding any liquid cooling system or anything like that. So I think that's a really remarkable piece of engineering on this bike. So it's got heated grips, ABS, 6-speed transmission, and it even has cruise control. We have a digital instrument cluster here. I'll go ahead and power it on. The analog portions are speedometer there. So we've got our RPM set up and we can cycle through the odometer, time, and trip A and trip B, but I've got that turned off just to narrow it down and organize it a little bit there. One of the more interesting features that we've got on this bike is, since it weighs 761 pounds, if you come around to this side, we've got electric reverse. So it's a real big help when you're trying to move about 800 pounds of bike out of a parking spot, especially if you've got to go uphill. So what you do is start it, get the bike in neutral, and you'll flip your reverse selector to reverse, and you use the start button to get it to work for you there.
That is a nice feature.
It really is. It's a big help for something this big, low, and heavy.
Yeah.
BMW gave us spoked wheels with tube tires, but we've got a couple of modern iterations, modern changes to the brakes here. They are fully floated front rotors here. They've got a really bright LED headlight with adaptive cornering. So there are separate segments to the left and to the right of that headlight there that illuminate depending on the bike's tilt angle to help shine through a corner instead of getting stuck with that headlight right in front of you when you're trying to ride around a corner.
Well, it's a beautiful bike, I can tell you that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Henry. It's a joy to ride as well. When BMW designed the R18 in 2020, when they unveiled it, it was intended to reach over and take a scoop out of Harley's cruiser market. And around that same time, Harley designed and unveiled the Pan America, which is their adventure bike platform. And that was intended to compete with BMW's GS series, particularly the GS 1250. And the R18 hasn't exactly sold as many units as BMW was hoping to. They haven't really taken a bite out of Harley's market share in the US. And the same thing could be said for the Pan America. The Pan America, while it's sold in pretty good numbers, hasn't really taken on BMW's Boxer GS adventure bike line in exactly the way that they hoped that to either. So I think that's very interesting how kind of around this point in time, both these companies tried moving into different markets and competing with each other a little bit. Well, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the bike, because I really enjoy it. So I've taken it on trips as far down south as Tucson. I've been intending to get some longer road trips in, but it's more than enough for a pretty frequent Phoenix run to go down there and see some friends and family. So it's just a joy to ride.